Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Luscious Moore, and I'm bringing you guys my first ever YouTube video. This video is dedicated all to Apex Legends. This is a game that is a fan favorite for me and my gaming group. We're actually day one adopters of the game, played it immediately when it first came out back in 2019. And then we were very hardcore into it for those next few years. In fact, for I think 2019 through 2022, Apex Legends was my top game that I put the most hours into. And then after 2022, we kind of fell off of it, played it, but still was kind of more inconsistent with it. And we are just now starting to kind of get back into Apex Legends. And I wanted to make this video. I did a little bit of an experiment regarding one of my favorite characters in the game, Bloodhound. He was one of my first main legends that I used. In fact, I still think I have the most wins with Bloodhound. However, it breaks my heart to know that he isn't doing super great in the game right now. He is apparently a bottom tier legend, not super high in kind of the meta right now. And so I did a little challenge and I played 5 ranked games with Bloodhound, kind of just by myself, joined up with some randos. And I want to show you guys the results of what happened because I think they're actually quite interesting. Alright guys, here is the first out of 5 games that I played as Bloodhound. Let's do a quick reminder, since Bloodhound is considered a bottom tier legend, and let's face it, nobody plays as him anymore. Bloodhound is considered a recon legend, and his abilities are as follows. His passive is Tracker, which enables him to see recent enemy actions left in the environment, such as footprints, healing if someone dies. Bloodhound can also spot white ravens, and if he interacts with them, they'll direct him to the nearest squad. So that's kind of cool. His tactical is called Eye of the Allfather, which highlights nearby enemies. The one thing, and part of the reason why I think he probably is not in the meta right now, it does have a 25-second cooldown and only lasts for 3 seconds. So not super great. Honestly, his abilities aren't as useful as I think other recon legends are. Just going to be completely honest there. His ultimate is Beast of the Hunt, which boosts their senses for 30 seconds, and it comes with a 30% increased movement speed, and the tactical scan recharge time is significantly reduced. For this video, I'm only going to be showing you guys the start of the match and kind of just teeing up for you kind of how the match went. And I'll show you guys the end as well, because that's usually when we get a lot of the big kind of gunfights that happen. For this video, I'm also kind of going to show you guys some of the abilities as well as they kind of come up throughout the video. So let's get right into it.
Almost there. We are close to the ring.
Now, since Bloodhound is considered a recon legend, he is able to scan these beacons around the map. It also will show kind of where enemies are located in relation to you. And then here are one of those white ravens that I was kind of talking about earlier. So that is going to be flying towards where the nearest enemy squad is going to be. And now that kind of wraps it up for the start of this match. It was kind of a quiet start, but then the end got a little crazy, as you can see right now. So immediately we're in the top 4. That is freaking awesome. First game back as Bloodhound in the top 4. That's amazing. And there's going to be a lot of fighting here. We're kind of trapped in this building over here, and then we have a squad in front of us, as well as a squad kind of behind us, shooting at us through the window. You can kind of see the scan going off there. 3 hostiles detected. Lasts for about 3 seconds. And then, yeah, there's also the squad behind us shooting at us from the windows. You can kind of see there as well. So I was really kind of trying to get a good vantage of kind of where everyone was kind of located. It was a little hard because we have that caustic in there with his traps as well. Luckily, we had this kind of little hub over here. It kind of shielded us from the snipers, which was really nice. And then kind of always using that scan to just kind of keep track of kind of where the enemies are located. It's nice, but like I said, the cooldown isn't that great. And so I do think that is part of why Bloodhound isn't getting as much love in kind of the ranked meta right now. And then the squad ends up showing up behind us. Unfortunately, that scan is still on cooldown, so I wasn't able to locate that they were kind of running up on us. And then we ended up getting trapped in this room here. There's me taking a drone to the face, and I tried to activate the ultimate, couldn't get it off in time, and then ended up getting knocked. It's just us in this squad, though. So overall, we ended up getting 2nd place. Honestly, not too bad. Alright, guys, so for the second game, we actually landed super hot this game. And so immediately I landed and I immediately started fighting some other squads. I actually got a kill a little bit earlier on a Mirage that literally happened the second I landed. So literally, like, we landed and immediately just started fighting. It was just absolute pure chaos. I will say during this fight, you will see me using the scan a lot, especially in moments like these when it is so chaotic and just so hectic. You kind of always want to be popping off that Bloodhound scan. Like, even, I think right here, I was like trying to use it, but I'm healing right now. So, and then there I go and kind of use it now. It's just super helpful to kind of have that scan up to kind of see where enemies are. But that's the thing, again, that sucks with Bloodhound is that cooldown. Like, it's a 25-second cooldown. It's just not fun, man. I will say, though, that, and you can see I get bamboozled not once, but twice by that Mirage there. So, again, this kind of fight is very hectic, very chaotic. I think me and this guy knock each other in this moment here. Yeah, so we knock each other. It's honestly kind of a lot of that. I will say as many times as I got knocked in this fight, it actually was a lot of fun. It was really sweaty. And to be honest, I actually thought we were going to get completely eliminated here, which we actually didn't. So to kind of spoil how this game goes, we actually get 5th. So not bad at all. Basically what ends up happening is, we land hot, we get into this big fight. I get a lot of kills and a lot of eliminations and assists, which is great. And then my Revenant, who just helped me up, and then I get knocked again, he actually ends up ratting his way to the top 5, which is great. So I actually ranked up quite a bit from this match, despite getting eliminated pretty early on. Just kind of a good reminder that it's not just the kills and the assists that are important in Apex Legends ranked, but it's also the placement, where you finish. If you place in the top 5, that's awesome, right? And you can kind of see the ending there. Squad eliminated, place number 5. Alright guys, so this is game 3 out of 5 with Bloodhound. First game we got 2nd, second game we got 5th, and then this is kind of our 3rd game with him. Honestly, at this point, I'll kind of admit, at this point in the game when I was playing, I kind of did acknowledge the fact that, yeah, I can see why Bloodhound is not in the meta. I think there are a lot of recon legends that are stronger in terms of kind of just their overall team help and kind of their abilities. However, I was having a lot of fun. It was really great playing as Bloodhound again. I had a total blast. And you can kind of see we're in the top 2 again. How crazy is that? We're in the top 2. I will admit, in this game, my teammates were so strong, especially the Gibraltar. He was so good. You can actually kind of see, I don't have a lot of attachments on my gun. I'm not really fully shielded. I actually did get eliminated in this game at one point, I think towards the end of the game, and then I got revived by my teammates. That's kind of why I'm going into this fight a little bit bare bones here. But regardless, still kind of in the top 2. It was absolutely awesome. And then I kind of loot up a little bit here because I'm like, I need some stuff. And then end up fighting this guy here. He ends up knocking me, but then kind of our last teammate ends up coming in, wins us the dub, and we get a freaking dub. In one of the 5 games, we actually won. How crazy is that? Alright guys, so we're heading into game 4. I will admit, this was the one game that was not super great. We landed hot and immediately kind of get into a fight. Unlike before where we ended up getting some kills and getting some assists, this one you can kind of see my teammate gets knocked. I try fighting this guy at range with a shotgun, and then I roll up straight up to him and then bam, get knocked. Yeah, this game was not super great. Definitely probably could have played this game a lot smarter, but I think I was just in the moment like, oh my gosh, like this is, we just won, we just got 2nd, we got 5th. I'm like the immortal Bloodhound now, and then immediately was put into my place this game. So my Bangalore teammate, you can see she's still up. I think she kind of tries to put an effort into this fight here. But to be honest, I don't think we ended up really getting that far. I think she kind of comes over to try to heal me. She ends up healing the teammate, excuse me. But I want to say, I think he gets re-knocked pretty shortly afterwards. Or maybe not. Well, anyway, oh yeah, there we go. There's him getting knocked. I get healed up. And then I'm pretty sure a squad comes right there. I try to hide behind the stairs, but get knocked. And then that's kind of the end of that game. So What did we get? I think that was like 20th or something. All right, guys, and here is the last game out of 5. So we played 5 games. We got 1st, 2nd, 5th, and 20th. We can kind of see we skip kind of ahead towards the end because these last fights get pretty juicy. So we ended up getting to the edge of the ring, and we ended up gatekeeping this other squad. Kind of got a few knocks, you can kind of see, but then I got lit, and so I kind of need to use this Phoenix kit to kind of heal all the way back up. We still have a squad that's like on us right at the edge of the ring here. But this fight is kind of pretty intense. I want to say I think I even go into the ring at some point to kind of battle these guys. But it's pretty fun. You can see there's one guy that's knocked right there. And then, yeah, there's another squad, or another teammate that's kind of in the ring. You see my teammate runs in and kind of just put some damage in. He ends up getting knocked. And so I kind of run up, though. He's pinging hard, so I kind of know, all right, this guy is healing up. This guy's pretty weak. There we go. I end up knocking one. And then there's a squad wipe. So my teammate ends up finishing kind of the other guy. I got confused, though. I don't think I realized that the guy was eliminated. So you'll kind of see me, like, looking around, being like, oh, where's the third guy? Not realizing that kind of the third guy was eliminated already. So there we go. I kind of shield up. But you can kind of see on the top right, guys, we got 4th. How crazy is that? Honestly, I think for me, the one thing that I kind of really learned in these games with Bloodhound, this was kind of the lesson I ultimately learned, that yes, Bloodhound may not be a top-ranking legend. However, he is the legend. I'm very nostalgic, right? He was my first main. I got really comfortable using him. And it kind of doesn't really matter at the end of the day who's in the meta and who's not, right? If there's a legend you like, if there's a character you like, play him. Play the character, right? Like, what's the worst that can happen? You get eliminated, right? I mean, oh yeah, you can see here, I try to fight this squad. I end up panicking and then end up just throwing a punch and not pulling out my gun. So that was kind of a sucky way to get eliminated. But we end up getting in the top 3. So that was pretty good. But overall, I think that's kind of the lesson I learned when playing these ranked games and just playing games in general. It's like, honestly, I think if you want to rank up really high, it is important at some point to look at who's in the meta. Oh, then look at that. We also rank up. To close us out, because I kind of cut myself off there. Ultimately, I played 5 games with Bloodhound, right? A character that I really have a history with and that I really like. He was my first legend that I really kind of mained in Apex Legends back when me and my friends were kind of super into the game. And I really like Bloodhound. He's a great character. He isn't super high in the meta, and I kind of can see why. I'm not discounting that by any means. However, he's also a character that I've put a lot of time into and that I really like. And so at the end of the day, right, games are supposed to be fun. Like, they're fun things. They're things you do to enjoy yourself, right? If there's a character that you like, screw the meta. Play the character, right? Like, you can kind of see, I end up getting, what, 2nd, 5th, 1st, 20th. I mean, yeah, what can you do about that? And then 3rd. Like, those are good placements. And I end up ranking up. I go from gold 4 to gold 3 with Bloodhound, who is supposed to be the bottom tier legend. But a legend that I like and am comfortable with. And I end up doing okay. And 5 games, 4 really good ones, 1 not so great one. But yeah, that's kind of the lesson that I learned. So don't worry about the meta. Play who you like and enjoy your time gaming. Enjoy your time with Apex Legends. Maybe I'll see you guys on. See you guys. Have a good one. Oh, this is my first video. So make sure you like, comment, and please subscribe. It'd be really great if you guys could subscribe. I definitely want to kind of make some more videos. Hopefully some more Apex Legends videos. Hopefully just some other ones as well. I just moved to California, so I would love to kind of make some more kind of vlog videos as well. But thank you guys for all of the time and support, and I'll see you guys on Apex Legends Ranked.